Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Reverie Knights Tactics, and we're on part number 18 and 2 spaces to go. Obviously boss and side room, and the side room I'm hoping is a little treasure room. Be nice. You know, I've got nice healthy units, so let's see what it has in store for us, shall we? No treasure room. They've ruined these halls. I'm sorry, friend. There's not much more we can do right now. We can at least take out the trash. Force an enemy against the burning ground and perform a team attack against a sleeping enemy. So got a couple of sleeping enemies there. Okay. Let's start with this team attack against a sleeping enemy then. How do you perform this? Okay, I know how to do that, it's fine. We got to use an item on him. Let's restart and yeah, do that a little bit better. Never come up that close to a sleeping enemy before, so let's just go. Okay. Let's go here. See the nice. Let's come this way. Get the fruit. Move up here. And what I'll do is I'll drop this. Someone will come up and take that. Wow, okay. Okay. Do this. Do that. Okay. Let's just do this. And I'll also do that to get some damage in. You can now sleep bomb. And do this. Okay. Let's do that. That and team attack, please. So good. 36 damage. Okay. Okay. Let's just take this guy out. Or not, as the case may be. Should be able to just attack once here. Yep. And kill. Let's get him up there and we'll start to work on that. You're now awake. Can't do that. Can do this though. Didn't really want that to happen, but you know, it is what it is. Weaken him again. Move up here. Stunned. Let's just use this. I'm going to just defend here. Let him come to me. And yep. $55 damage. This should kill him, right? Nice. Again, we didn't push someone onto the burning floor, but it is what it is. Health, health. Elixir. My smart device is going off. How pleasant. So they must be max level. Deals damage to all enemies in an area up to 2 tiles from... Or puts an enemy to deep slumber. Sleep sounds good. We'll do finesse. Thing is, I like the Mystic Shield, Summon, and Mass Healing. So we're going to keep them on. Come on. Thankfully, God, Rora, there's a locked box here. Alright, let's take a look. Okay. Hmm. Let's go the other way. Oh my god, this one is... Okay, let's just close this. Try again. Pull that back. What on earth is this? Okay, let's just come back out again. Reset. This is really complicated. Ba-da-ba-ba. Right. So doing that does opposites. Them two do opposites. They do opposites. So everything's opposite. Apart from the end two. If I do that, Yeah, right. Let's go back up. I just need to get my head around this one. Okay. So if I do screw this one, that'll go in, that'll go out. Yeah. So that's set as it should be. If I pull that out, that goes in. So ideally what I want is this one like that. Do that. That's fine. What I could do with is this top one being at the bottom here. No. Okay. I'll be right back once this is done, because this is going to piss me off. Oh my god, this puzzle, it was annoying. I got there eventually. I'm not even going to show how I did it. It must have been 15 minutes of torture. But, yeah. That wasn't too bad. High potion and a high ether. Oh boy. Right. Item wise now, how many of these things have we got? Enough. That and that. Okay. Save the game. That puzzle, it was literally trial and error, and, you know, one step at a time, up and down. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Right, let's go here. The antechamber should be here. Once we're through, there's no going back. Should make sure we're ready now. Go into the antechamber. Alright, this is it then. No going back. Still cool that her father is the main baddie behind it all, pulling the strings, puppeteering. About to be proven wrong, but... we're almost there. I'm coming, princess. I'm afraid she's busy. Holger. You bastard! I had a hunch you'd come this far. You showed a spark other invaders never did. Of course, you have the markings of a true leader in you, cleric. That cold order that marches on steadily. Something we could have made more use of in the Dark Alliance. Haha! Everyone comes to this place looking for something. Revenge. Companionship, is it? don't look so surprised. I've been to war. I know what it is to stand beside a companion. Knowledge, even though not quite sure what it is. You have a hunch, do you not? This one shall give you no answers. And of course, duty, bonds, you cleric, you're here for the man. It's quite clear. He is my father. I had figured as much. I wonder if you'll be able to reach him. You'll get what they want out of this. The answer lies beyond that door. And it all boils down to whether you'll get past me or not. What's it to you? To me, as a warrior, as a general, as a war hero, this encounter means a lot. See, I hate leaving things unfinished, as I've done with Fenderel over there twice now, isn't it? You being here is because I failed to stop you in the forest. Therefore, it is my responsibility, in a way. This has all become very personal. And that is why I have made sure my preparations for this meeting. I'm not holding back this time. We have no need for more prisoners. Give us the hostage. Last warning. If I did that, then I would not get what I'm after, would I? Grr. Although I'll get what I want anyway. Let us decide who shall reap the spoils. In the battle, forming a team attack of 4 units, defeat all enemies before Holger. I like the music. So we've got Demon, Sorceress, Assassin. Okay. First of all, we'll go over here. So stand up here. Die hard. Okay, let's just do that. Bring you up here. And let's buff up. Let them all move in. Can Assassin go all that way? Does not look like it. Good. Not quite enough to reach him in no man's land. In that case, we will do that. Let's come back here. Guard. Let's do that. Do that. That's good. Right, he's restrained. Okay. This would fall onto him. Let's move here. I'm going to take out this gargoyle, if possible. Let's just guard. Just to drop a heal here. Okay. You. Do that. There's two gone. Let's do this and this. Brilliant. So I've only got one left to take out here. So we can dash to here. And weaken. Right, there's them all done. Wow. Okay, okay, is that how you want to play it? Top up here. Let's top up herself doing the same thing actually. Let's guard. We'll move him here and guard. That's exactly where I wanted you. You're there. Just do this. You there. You there. Alright, I've set it up for the 4-way attack here. So, my turn. That looks so good. There we go. It wasn't so bad, actually. Revenge. Trophy earned. Urgh. Ha 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 ha. Has he lost his mind? No, he has fulfilled his duty. But he's dying. Those often overlap when you're a soldier. Ah, the girl gets it. You only meant to delay us. I meant to do 2 things here. I managed that one, at least. Either way, I have not dishonoured myself. For Ragnar. Sir Ferendale, what now? Will you finish me off? Have that revenge of yours after all these years? I have thought long and hard about this, whether I should restrain myself or give in to this bloody desire. Seeing how Aura reacts in such noble ways after being alone for so long, it has impacted me. But not that much. So much for shaming yourself before your precious god Ragnar. So you finally got your revenge. How does it feel? I do not know. I just got a lot to think about now. This one feels a strong magical disturbance coming from the throne room. Right, that must be where they're keeping Marius. Let's go. Keeping. Not so much. Find Marius. I am going to do some healing here because I still think we've got some battles to be done here. I'm going to keep the main elixirs as well. There's that. Glossary. Bren. Yeah. Bren, inspired by Aurora's heartfelt actions, decided to end Holger himself, finally enacting his long-awaited revenge. So we got that. Is there anything else? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Thranil. So I come all this way and Holger still fails. Princess. Taniataria. So you were here. You were alive. Princess. There's another prisoner here. He should be with you. Do you know where he is? Ah yes, the man. I'm afraid his body has already been turned to nothing. Oh. I have only a few more strands of the information to extract from his spirit. The Nithrundar will give it all to me in a few moments. Body gone, extracting information. Princess, what is this? Our operation here is over. Olgor is dead. That incompetent imbecile, but we got what we needed. You've added yourself with the hobgoblins? You killed your parents. I owe you no explanations, child. Ah, the process is complete. Step aside. You owe me an explanation about the prisoner, Marius, my father. I do not. I'm done here, and you do not look like you're in any shape to fight, so move aside. No, you have a lot to explain. You can start now, your highness. But I'll show you just how much fight I've still got left in me. Just as arrogant and stupid as any elf. Elves deserve what they got. They never cared about the others on this continent, blinded by their own righteousness. Taking the empire for granted, and my eyes were opened. Their cause was a lost one, lost due to their own arrogance, and so I made a new life for myself. You must be joking. Have you seen what they did to us city? I care little about what happened, and I tire of your snivelling. You, human girl, you're the leader of this rabble, are you not? Allow me to leave, and you can have this Marius of yours. He is inside the Thandar. Do so much as lift a finger, and I'll erase his spirit forever. Princess, how could you? I'm not your princess, you fool. I wasn't talking to you. So what do you say, girl? Aurora, you can't possibly have a mission, friend. We have a mission, and it doesn't concern her. Wise girl. The man's spirit is in there still. Hurry, and you might be able to reach him. It's a trap. Don't believe it. Father! Father, can you hear me? Aurora, this one can sense the state of the spirit from here. He has been severed from his body. I'm afraid there's not much we can do. Don't say it! I've listened to your advice many times, Lennórien, and I'll hear no more of this. Hey, Aurora. What? Get a grip on yourself. Can't you see what's happening? Yeah, I can. I can see you're betraying yourself. I saw you turn into a real leader during this trip, Aurora. You held your own, made tough calls, and kept your focus. Even I started to feel more grounded, more capable because of your example. The Aurora I saw you become in such a short time wouldn't give in to despair, not now. Right, you are right, of course. I am the leader of this expedition, and I must do what needs to be done, and we need to finish this mission we set out for. I fooled myself for long enough to think he'd be unscathed after all of this. You had hope, but now we had a duty to fulfill. See, I thought that the princess and him got it together and started it all. Well, not start, you know, we're involved together through it. Hey ho. You are right. I have a request, however. Let me talk to him. The Thandar, you can use it to increase your unique properties, can you not? Put my mind in contact with his. That would be a friend's request. Is that what people refer to as hitting below the belt? Yep. Fine, let us attempt this merging of minds while there's still time. Commencing procedures, concentrate, Aurora. This one spell, perform the spell now. Father. Looks like I got into quite a mess, huh? Father. I'm so glad to see you. So am I, dear. So am I. I'd like to understand how this is happening, actually. Lennórien used the Thandar to put me in contact with you. They let you use it just like that? Let is a strong word. We sort of dismantled a lot of hobgoblin operation in Rana. Wow, really? That's quite the feat. Usually what scholars do, mind you. Still, I'm glad my message reached him. Message? What message? I saw your death, Aurora. My death? When I was placed in the Thandar, I saw a glimpse of the future, many futures. Your love for me would always drive you to come looking for me, and you would perish. So that dream I had back home, that was one of my visions, yes. Using the Thandar, I could pierce the barrier around my psychic connection with Lennórien and warn him. Your dream must have been affected in the process. Lennórien knew all along. Why wouldn't he tell me? The blame for that falls on me. I asked him not to. Nothing he could say would ever deter you from coming, so instead, I asked him to help you on this journey. And I'm glad he did. My visions will not come to pass. But you're still here. You're still going to die? I'm fine with it, really. I always knew the risks. The others did too. But we didn't have that much time. Aurora, I can feel it. You're being pulled away as we speak. I have important information to relay, daughter. The Dark Alliance is not satisfied with Ranark. What? See, we suspected something like this, like the Thandar existed. It was the real reason we came here. It can greatly amplify one's magical abilities if you know how to use it. We had the theoretical knowledge of it. Many things pointed us here. If we could secure it for the kingdom, well, a weapon of sorts. Was that all that? No, we came here hoping it could be used for the benefit of the kingdom. Knowledge, put to good use. The goblins needed the princess to access the magic here, but even her knowledge wasn't enough. They used the artifact to prod our minds and learn how to interpret and use the oldest of the elven spells. When our minds touched, I could see that they planned to launch an attack on the kingdom. But the kingdom is vast, surely they can't hope to conquer it. I'm not sure if they can afford to leave an artifact like the Lathander behind. I fear what else might they have in their possession. That backstabbing, why is she doing this? It doesn't matter now. You must take the information back to the kingdom, Aurora. It is vital. The city holds no more secrets, no more treasures, only death and ruin. Let it lie here, let it decay and turn to dust. The knowledge to protect those we love, that's what I have given you. And that is why my expedition sacrifice and your efforts are important, Aurora. You are right, it is our duty. It is. The goddess doesn't call us forth to cuddle us, Aurora, but to bleed. Do bleed. You are strong enough to withstand everything that comes your way. Even this? Even this. I can feel what you are feeling, Aurora, and I know it. I know that because I did my best to raise you, my daughter. I couldn't leave you on the streets that day, so many years ago. And in a sense, it was selfish of me. I wanted something more personal than our monasteric life. But I also knew that you would do great things. Maybe the goddess imparted the knowledge upon me. I set you on a path, but you became your own woman, and of that I am very proud. Thank you, Father, for everything you did. I will never, ever forget this. You'd better not, or you'll be making a lousy cleric for Tanato. I'll miss you. So will I. Goodbye, Aurora, and thank you. Ugh. Aurora, are you okay? Did you talk to him? Yes, and he told me everything. You knew about his fate. Yes, but this one was bound by his promise to your father to keep it a secret. Still, why didn't you come with me from the start? If you knew I was doomed to die, why run that risk? This one and your father wanted you to give him the sight to grow, to truly become what you were meant to be. If this one had been present, you'd have relied too much on it. Your father requested it to not be so. However, this one kept a close eye on you throughout the journey, waiting for the most appropriate moment to join you. So this is why you already have the anchored transmission ready. You knew everything. Not everything. This one did not know how you'd react upon meeting your father. But you kept warning me, trying to dim my hopes. This one was trying to prepare you for the truth, but humans are complicated. For that, this one apologizes. There's a lot to process, but now I don't have the time to grieve. The Lathander. It's a pressing matter we must attend to right now. Tanya left and Holger is dead, but we don't know who else might be here. The city's pretty big after all. Maris said that the Dark Alliance is planning to attack on the kingdom itself. Wow, there's an overbaked fudge pie if you don't want to eat. So taking Lennórien wasn't enough for them, was it? Dark Alliance was using the princess, the artifact and Maris to learn how to use the ancient magic. Is that why we've been seeing magic trees, demons and rest? That makes it even more scary. This thing, we have to destroy it. We can't leave it here for them to continue using it. Alternatively, this one could absorb it, absorb its magical power. Possession of the Lathander's properties could be an asset in this possible invasion. But I know there's a catch, Lennórien. Right, this one does not know what ill effects this action could cause. It would very much be, as you say, gamble. Can't ask him to do that, can we, Aurora? He's willing to, and Lennórien knows more about magic than all of us combined. Though it could be safer just to do away with it, the blasted thing. You want to risk Lennórien's well-being for this? Possible questions, but everything we've faced, all the choices I've made, the answer must be Such knowledge can't be squandered. It's too powerful and an asset. We must take it with us in whatever way possible. Very well. This power will be secured while the opportunity presents itself. But Rora... It's alright, Brigadine. We're here to serve Tanato in her infinite knowledge. Lennórien, when you're ready. Very well. Legacy Bearer. Lennórien. It is done. It is somewhat overwhelming. There is much to ponder and process. This one will be fine and entertained, it must be said. Hey, should we get moving now, right? We did all we could. Yes, let us leave this place behind. We must get out of here. No more distractions or time to waste. We're getting out of here one way or another. I'd rather get out of here the one way if possible. Let's go back to the garden. Wow. That was a lot of reading. Everyone's tip-top shape, right? Yeah. Okay. There they are. Don't let them escape. So this is what I saw in my dream. This is where we die. No, this is where we stand in unison. This is where we prove destiny wrong. Yeah, Rory, let's kick their asses. We've come this far. This rabble will not stop us. Thank you, everyone. Let's finish this. Finish him. Player turn. Do we get anything from him? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay then. Let's shift up here and do that. You can overpower. Let's take him out of the way. That makes life a bit easier. And we shall drop that. Face that way. The sound's gone out of sync. Right, let's go again. Okay, let's move you to here. Critical. Go behind. You can go there, and we'll finish it with a team attack. Or just with her throwing a nice ball at him. Victory! All objectives are completed, whether we're none. Yep, I don't really want to replay that one, thank you very much. No experience, no cognin, or cogni. Right, let's just head back. I think we're about to see credits very soon. It will be a very long last episode, you know, if it's an hour, it's an hour. I wish we had buried him here. We'd have loved to rest in such a beautiful place. Well, he did go away on a magical artifact. I'm sure he enjoyed some of it, even if it sounds weird to say so. Ah, I know he did. There's a lot to process. Marius would have loved this. Rest well, Father. You earned it many times. We should leave the city entirely before we're all caught in the chaos of Holger's death. Sure, there's little left for us here. Hey, you're back. Naira. Are you okay? No, but I'll be. I take it you found who you're looking for? Yes, he's at peace. I see. Well, I take it you want to leave then? If you don't mind. Alright, let's get out of this place then. We made it. Home sweet camp. Wow, I'll be having nightmares about you popping out of nowhere for the rest of my life. We did it, Captain. The mission is over. You serious? Finally? Can't wait to leave this hellhole. Should say your goodbyes or whatever. Once we get in the ship, there's no coming back. Nice to see you too. Okay, let's go to Garlos. Ah, beautiful lady of Tanato. It warms my heart to see you and your friends back here safely. Happy to see you too, Garlos. Oh, and I've come up with so many dishes during our time here. I'm cooking for so many refugees. It'll be a delight. I'll give them the meal they truly deserve. Ah, my lady, the sun, the stars. Please do not tarry. Whatever the outcome of your adventure, I'll have a meal ready. Well, we can count on Garlos to liven up the trip back. Yep. Barat. You look different, child. Like you've grown years in the span of a few days. Barat. I hope I have grown a little from the whole ordeal. What I know for sure is that I'm not the same person I was before. You look more dignified, more serious. Your eyes are wiser. There is the way of the young'uns, who can still change and have much to experience. Now that the hobgoblin armies are literally without command, I guess they'll go through an interesting period. One I do not feel like staying around to win. Can we? Nope. And let's speak to old pirate man. Still want your sword, man. Aren't you curious about what went on in this city? I can tell you all about what happened once we set sail. I'm sorry, I noticed you're lacking a certain someone with you. Is that that's appreciated, Captain. Yeah. Now go pick up. Certainly. She's... Nara, I must thank you for the help you've given us. Hey, you're a pain to deal with, but you're bound to have some peace for now. I'm sure the goblins will take their time to get their act together after all this. Would you help me find my way back? And you rescued me from the disgusting cage. Ew! Yeah, see? We're even. Good. I'd hate to leave it with a pending debt. You're always welcome here. Thank you. So, we'll go and speak to Gina. Aurora! There's a commotion in the city. I just knew you'd be coming back then. The fairies brought me here and went to wait for you. They sure are. I noticed that Marius isn't with you. We were too late. Oh. Well, look at all that's happened because of our expedition. We wouldn't be here if not for him. Yeah, he was happy there, and in the end, I'm sure of that one can be. Yeah, I believe you. Still a lot to think about. I need sleep. That's what I need. And then we'll speak to Doody Pops. I really did it, didn't I? Led the expedition, completed the mission, made the hard calls. You did, child. Maris would be most proud. And the consequences? They will come, you can be sure of it. Just as this one is sure you'll be able to handle them all. Thank you, Master. You excuse this one, there is still much to think about. Yes, of course. And we'll speak to this dude. Menelins, what are you doing here? Ah, Aurora. Ever since I heard the name Helias, I set to work contacting him. The fairies brought me here. I knew the elves would never listen to me, but a noble might convince them to leave this place, for once and for all. Noble? What noble? This noble, you brats. What? Erentendriel III was my given name. My father was a noble, my mother was a human. I wasn't welcome here. Long story short, I went away and came back out to see if I could get these stupid idiots to move their asses. Turns out, flaunting a name can do a lot for people who are stuck in the past, once you find them. You're an elf? Half elf, please. Even I couldn't be half as stuck up as those fools. I had a hunch. Yeah, I bet you did. Now get moving. I'd like to leave before anything else happens. It'll be something leaving Lemma behind after so many decades. Huh? You're coming too? There's nothing for me here now. Time to start a new life on this kingdom of yours, I suppose. I see what you mean. We'll be happy to have you. Thank you. I look forward to the journey. So do I. I see you, friend. And then finally we've got Brigadine. Oh no, you know, I'm glad I came. You did get to eat a lot. Not because of that. Well, not only because of that. I took a risk and I went above and beyond for a friend. And I grew up a little in the process. That you did. I owe you some tasty pastries when we get back. You know, if you want to talk about it. Later. Yes. Just say the word. So how do we set sail then? Return to the kingdom. Let's we speak to him. I should get ready to leave. Ah, there we go. This is it. Shall I board the ship? Let's leave. Yes, Lennórien may be done for us, but there's still many more challenges ahead for the kingdom. Didn't know what will happen, but I do know I can face whatever comes my way. My resolve is stronger, and I'm wiser whatever lies ahead. I'll face it head on, unwaveringly. Father, Tanato, Lennórien, thank you. I will not falter. The journey ends, trophy earned. As we boarded Haya's ship, our journey to Lennórien, came to an end. Was it a successful one? It's hard to say. We did good things, like saving Leantris. Now the fairies can be together again, even though Naira will boss them around all day. We freed the remaining elves and they're even coming to the kingdom. There's nothing here for these survivors anymore, but they can build a new life now. Brigadine, I'm glad she came, even if it went against all common sense. Her loyalty is beyond anything anyone could ever wish for. Fren, well, he ended up being way more than a guide. A different light shines in his eyes now that he's gotten his revenge. Helaron absorbed the Nathandar, the very thing that brought my father here. He's mentioned he'll need time at Helodron to sort out all the knowledge contained in it. Orlan, Lena, we couldn't make it in time to save them. Their loss affects us all at the Order. Still, I'm happy that we managed to rescue Gina. She seems anxious to put all this behind her and get back to work. The Nathandar, Father gave his life for it, and we almost gave ours. I do hope my decision was the correct one. And speaking of me, while Helodron went to the Helodron, I have assumed his post as head of the temple in Lennórien. I've learned my father would occupy this position if he still here. That only motivates me to strive even harder. But this is just the conclusion of this chapter in this journal. However, given what Father said, I fear the shadows that they'll surely approach us soon. But until then, there is much to be done, and do it I shall. Wi-Fi connection's just lost. Weird. Reverie Knights Tactics. A 40 Giants entertainment production in partnership with 1C Entertainment. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I told you it's a shortish game. It's probably about 13 hours for me. Probably about half an hour of that was just sitting idle. And then probably another 20 minutes that was that final lock picking chest, which is, oh, I hate them. I hate them so much. I quite enjoyed it actually though. It's you know, you come in, I literally knew nothing about the game. It's on PlayStation Store. Saw that it's, you know, the type of game like Cyprus Liberations that I've just finished. Like, no, that isometric XCOM-esque, I guess, type battle system. And that's what drew me to the game, was the battle system for that. Story wise, yeah, not the best. Not the, you know, it's, I must go save Father, save some people en route. Granted, I didn't predict the end because I thought Father would be a sort of enemy, you know, the villain, main villain at the end, along with the princess. Knew the princess was bad because of what it was, but yeah, story wise, yeah, simple, you know, nothing leaps and bounds, you know, out of the ordinary there. Dialogue wise, yeah, the dialogue is a bit iffy. Just the sentences and how they can go from like deep despair into joyfulness just over the sight of a pie. A bit weird, you know, it's very, very weird. But the combat is what I was here for. And it's very, very solid. I liked the challenges that they give you to get more XP and stuff. That was really, really good. Each of the 4 characters was unique, was different. You know, your mage, your healer, your rogue, your tank, played differently. The only sort of downer for me was the availability of post-battle healing. Obviously, it took me a time to go and start breaking down a lot of the boxes, but there were a few battles there. If I was trying to go around and break everything down, I'd have taken even more damage, and what I was collecting wouldn't have healed me for it. So there was that piece, but again, the battle system was really good. I liked it. I liked the fact that you could add interaction with the sort of environment around you. Had your traps and systems like you had in Disciples, but again, like your pillars, you can drop down, you could blow up stuff and it would explode, or put some poison down. Really like that. I liked the push and pull mechanics. You know, you could push them back into obstacles, pull them forward into obstacles. That was really, really good. And then Aurora just become an absolute beast by the end of it. So beginning of the game, she was iffy. Middle of the game, she was like hitting like a wet noodle. And then suddenly at the end, she becomes this all-powerful sorceress, and was just obliterating things left, right, and centre. And I go back to the first time I fought one of the sort of the gargoyles, the flying demons, and I had quite a bit of trouble trying to kill it. Yet at the end there, you got your blizzard down, you got your ice spike thing that goes flying out right near the end. Yeah, it's she become this all-powerful sorcerer, but again, enjoyable. You know, the main thing for me was that battle system. I liked a couple of the dungeons where you had your little spots going out and you went off to explore. You get some treasure chests here, or another battle over here. That was really, really good. Again, just twists of, you know, just exploration. Obviously very linear, but again, I play Final Fantasy X, very linear game. Final Fantasy 13, extremely linear game. Linear games aren't a problem. Cyprus Liberations is, it's not that linear. It's, you have your zones, but you can go to your zones in different ones, and you have to do your zones and up. Mass Effect style really as well. That was very done for that. And for what I know, like a Dragon Age Origins, it's similar. You have to do so much criteria before you move on. So yeah, it's fine. But you know, for what did I pay for this? 20 quid on the PlayStation Store. Only came out 26th of January. This will probably be going up in, you know, I released the first episode in around the release date, and depending on how it does, depends on the release cycle of this, but likely to come out anyway after the Cyprus Liberation playthrough has finalised, and it just tails quite nicely into that. But what, you know, it's a game, you know. What we're on part 18. It hasn't felt like a slog. You know, there's not one part where I've gone, oh, it's repetitive, it's the same. Now, if this had been a 40-hour game, yeah, probably with only 4 characters, and you know, they'd have had to have fleshed out a lot more for it to not get stale. And I think actually it's, yeah, you probably at best could have pushed maybe another act, another zone, or fleshed out a few more camps to go and fight and stuff. But more than that, you know, you'd have had your feel with what's on show for the game. So really, really good game. All these people up here deserve a lot of credit. And just looking at the, you know, stereotypical, put the names up, you know, it looks like, you know, they're not a English-based company, which actually explains some of the dialogue choices and options. You know, some of the, there was one point where there was 2 theirs next to each other, so, you know, the language pack for English, you know, a little bit rough around the edges, and probably why some of the conversations and the ambience of the story maybe doesn't hit home as much as possible, because, you know, it's a non-native English team doing it, translated in English, and there's a lot of things that are developed in English. You put them into a different language, and the jokes and sort of the general feel of a game just doesn't hit. You know, I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise, and there's a few things in there where it's obviously Japanese by standard, and it just doesn't hit the same impact as well. But what a game! What a nice little game. You know, it's not the best game I've ever played, but certainly by means not the worst. You know, for me, this is better than an Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because I hated that game. Definitely better than Biomutant, because that game got stale really quickly, and unenjoyable really quickly. Whereas this, again, I say its length is about right. It's about right. And again, they're different, you know, as they're coming up on screen now. Each character was unique, different, played differently. I liked Lennórien. It's really just a good, unique sort of healing mage type dude. It's really good. Thank you for playing. No, thank you for developing it as well. But let me probably get thrown back to the main menu. We do. And there's nothing else pops up. So yeah, we're going to leave this one here. Not sure what's next on the channel. Again, all depends on what comes out. There's going to be, you know, an Elden Ring maybe. I'm not sure if I'll capture that though, because it won't get the hits. But I'll definitely be buying it, whether I record it or not. A couple of other things that I'm keeping an eye out on Steam as well. So there's that. There's obviously more content coming on the playthrough channel anyway. And at some point there'll probably be some games coming out at sort of a later time, like I tend to try and do. Have my sort of 5-6 o'clock slot for my sort of let's plays. New games come out at like an 8 o'clock UK time, and yeah, then they tend to fall in after a game drops off. So thank you very much, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help me out. Let me know what you thought of the game, what you liked, what you didn't like. Obviously pitching for a second, which is, yeah, if it comes out, it will be on my radar, and I'll probably get it, to be honest, because again, this compared to a AAA £70 title, it was 20, you know, it's given me a good few days of entertainment, and yeah, for me, worth it. So thank you much, everyone, and I will see you all, as always, in the next one.